Hi, good afternoon, Corrie Thorne, the spiritual teacher, healer, psychic medium, life coach, everything in between. Welcome to the monthly channeled messages. This one is for actually, I didn't even know who I was doing this one for when I started. I believe this one is for, oh, who am I recording for? Recording this one for Scorpio. I had to go look. So this is for Scorpio. For the month of February, we are in the last few days of January, and you may be, if you're among the ones who didn't get a January reading, then it just never happened. I don't have no excuses, no excuses. It just didn't happen. It didn't come through. It wasn't ready. It wasn't prepared. I have a whole lot of that happening lately. A lot of my own work that there's just nothing. What comes is what's needed. And so I am using the Lightworker Oracle for you today. Um, and I'm pulling two cards from there. And I'm pulling of protection and I'm pulling of a key and receiving a key. And I feel like how many times have you been given the key? And it's like, so Scorpio, I feel like you've been given the key, you've been given advice, you've been given wisdom, you've been given knowledge. And it's like you keep throwing it away, you keep throwing it down. Or and as much as sometimes we don't want to say that we have an ego, you actually are operating from ego. And a lot of places in your life right now, Scorpio. And not all, of course, remember, this is not a personal reading. This is a channeled messages for those born under Scorpio, or if you have it within your chart and it kind of is dominating like a lot of how you're showing up. And please remember, always remember this. I use the collective energy of those born under the sign. And it's really like it's a very crippling story to define yourself only by your astrological sign, your astrology and your it's like, oh, because I'm this, I do this. You cannot blame your astrological sign on your behaviors and your actions. A lot of life you're either conditioned to, or you make your choice to choose. Always remember, you have your free will and you use your free will. And I need to give that message out today. For some of you, I feel like you're using your birth sign as an excuse for some of your bad behaviors, of why you keep holding on or why you keep being on repeat. Stop it. This is just one of the guidance systems to define, to help you see your way through this life. That's all it is. It's like there's many. You can get your human design done, get those things done, find out how and why you are operating from the way that you are. Look at, well, more than existing. I got a whole freaking program called More Than Existing that really truly helps you be able to go through the process of self actualization, self awareness, self love, to see yourself from the soul out, to take the deep journey into the depths of your shadow self, to do the shadow work, to come back out. And you can even take a full training to be a certified coach through the program. Truth. So there's so many things that is in the way right now of you walking your path and your journey. So for those born under the Scorpio sign, I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you don't see, like there's a lot of theatrical, and you don't see sometimes that you are actually the problem or the drama, and you tend to play the theatrical of the victim or the soft person or the like, oh, but I'm so emotional, or I'm so connected to my emotions, to my truth, and blah blah blah. And it's like, and it's almost like some places it's like you have to remember that many times you have been handed the key, and your keys, and so now you're being like you're now on the ledge again. You're in a pivotal turning point right now in your life, and you're at another point, you're at another crossroads where you got a choice to choose, and the key is being handed. See how desperately she's like reaching for the key, or he, whatever it is. And so there's the keys that are floating around. I'm like, how many times have we given you? So it's like when a kid keeps losing everything and they lose their key, and they keep always getting those keys, and you keep getting told, how many times do I have to, how many times do I have to give you the key? How many times? How many times? How many times? And that's what you're being told. How many times do I have to keep giving you the key? We keep giving you the blessings. We keep giving you the opportunities, and you keep going to the lack of, the not enough. I don't have enough. I'm deprived. Uh, da 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 da. And so that's how we end up. Up. That's the weirdest. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm leaning into the screen. A ladybug. Ladybug. It is minus 30. A ladybug just came. So there's your sign. -30. I live in northern Alberta, and a ladybug just landed on my window, flew up from nowhere. Wow, wow. Sorry, I had to pause for a moment and spend a moment with the ladybug. A little too. Um, and so as the ladybug is there, it's just like I just feel like it's like some things that you may say I've never going to experience, never going to happen. It's like never know what's going to come up or what's going to happen as well. So I have the key of light, and then I also have the Merkaba spiritual protection. And I feel like you have really exposed yourself. You haven't cleansed or cleared your energy, and there's a lot of toxic energy out there right now that it's like, but there's this loving energy trying to wrap around you, trying to keep you safe. And in there is a dragonfly, and I'm going to go more to the dragonfly for you, and it's like transformation. I feel like for Scorpio there's some transformation, and so this also shows me the theater in the back and the light and like the darkness, and I just feel like it's like like you have to travel because you play innocence to the depth of your darkness, and I feel like in order to heal you're going to have to take a journey to some of your own shadow and to what you may have in common with some of the shadows of the people that you've existed within, so that you can learn to move beyond that so that you don't repeat patterns. I got a lot of trail energy around you. I've got a lot of peaceful light, but I also have a sense that you're not owning sometimes. It's like you got to own your own behavior, right? We have to own, and that's just a part of life. We have to own our own behavior. And so owning your own behavior, owning your own part that we play in our own lives, and that really starts to change the projection of our lives. It changes how we perceive our lives, and it changes then how we look at what we expect life to be. And I just feel like it's like you're waiting for something. See. So I got a king and a queen, and I'm pulling them out. I'm like, man, oh man, oh man, you're just not letting something end, are you? So I got the King of Swords and I got the Queen of Pentacles. So I got some earth and I got some air here. I got earth and I got air, and you're a water sign. So I'm like, I feel like you're kind of, see, this is, and it's in reverse. Your life can't transform because you're holding on to this. We got the lovers in reverse. So I do feel like it's like you keep trying to have contentment, happiness, relationships with people. You try to find all of you, even though you say you don't. And so there's like a sense that you're like the lovers card is in reverse. So this and this is also in reverse. So there's something that's trying and hold you. And then the endings, you're not letting something end. And this is the fire, and it's like ignites. And I just feel like this is the fire, what the burning passion, the desire is what I'm kind of getting, even though it's not what always what the card represents. But there's um, you see the shadows of the animals over here is that animal instinct. So it's fear, it's survival, it's that sense that I feel like you're afraid of letting what needs to happen. And there's destiny here. And I feel like you are on a path of a destined outcome or a destined desire where it kind of takes you away from like you're away from, there's a lot of you away from your light right now. And but we also have hope. So I feel like it's like coming into February. This is because I'm reading off of January's energy as well. So if I'm reading in from the January energy and then I read into February, I have I have the page and I have this transformation, and I just feel like it's like a healing energy. Like it's time for some healing, and February is going to take you there. And then you have the Empress, and I feel like it's like coming full circle. And I'm gonna say she's also, I'm tying her actually, I'm actually linking her today to Aries or to fire signs somehow, Sagittarius, Aries, um, Leo energy. But she's really like, so lighting up the divine feminine kind of inside of you, moving. See how she's like to one side? It's like she's shifting her energy. So it's like she's taking, the ring is around her, but she's in charge of the energy. She's moving and shifting the energy. And it's like, um, and both got a lot of green, a lot of healing in here. And I feel like the healing has to happen from the material world, but the beautiful purple stone that's in here really links back to the third eye and that whole sense of seeing things more clearly. I feel like February is going to be the time that you start to see things more clearly because there it is. There's your Ace of Cups. I'm like, and so it's like the eye of protection, no matter you've been through all your stages, all your phases, all your cycles, and you're letting something is dying, something is ending, and something has to begin again. And so never say never because you never know what's going to be coming up, what's going to be happening. But you're going to be moving, moving. You're going to be moving, shifting, breaking cycles. A lot of changes here. And I just feel like the Ace of Cups is showing me that new beginning, that start over, but um, it's not coming without having taken the emotional journey and having to really be in check with your own emotions, your own stories, your own needs, like where you've been playing from. And so um, that's where things start to change. So for you, Scorpio, I just feel like it's like you don't want to hear, you're not being a very good listener. You don't want to hear what anyone else has to say. You don't want to hear anything. You don't want to do. And I feel like that's even affecting a lot of relationships in your life. So if you're married or if you're in a relationship with somebody, or if you're even within family, friends, I just feel like you're like turn your head like you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Or somebody else is turning away from you. And I'm like, listen, sometimes you got to deal with shit. And that's what we're being told. And so I have the Knight of Swords. And so I do have a sense of like lighting up celebration. There's going to be a lot to celebrate, but you're not going to be right. You're not going to get always what you want, but you're going to get what you need. And then I have the Ten of Pentacles, and that's your material world filling up. There's beautiful opportunities, but I feel like it's like you're going to have to ride, like Aquarius, you're going to have to ride through the rest of this energy to get to there. But the Merkaba spiritual protection, and I do Merkaba every day, and the Merkaba spiritual protection is that ring of spiritual enlightenment protection so that you can ascend into your high self and be kept safe while you're doing it. But I also have the sense that it's like so that you can it's like so you can let the light of the unconditional flow through you so you can come back to that center peace and find your unconditional sit sit in unconditional love because that's not available so easily up on earth. And at this time, I hope and pray that you're not going to throw away your key. Hope and pray you're not going to lose your key, and you're going to accept the key. And the key of light is so that you can move forward, so that you can walk through the depth of your darkness, find who you are, and come back again, and know that the doors of opportunities can only open fully when we stop trying to be something we're not, or trying to be somebody else. So that is your message for the month of the end of January and the month of February. I hope that resonates in some way with you. Have a beautiful month, and I'll see you back in March.